Promethean Essentials number 3, and this video is about the pens. And I need to be clear about what I mean by this, because I spoke in the last video about the physical pen. What I'm talking about is the pen function that you can see here on the toolbar. So let's change the colour. I'm talking about this, which is the standard pen. The icon there, which I think you'll probably recognise as a standard pen, and whilst we're at it, let's also mention just below it here the eraser if you want to get rid of what you've written. And basically, change the colour again, then that's where you obviously choose your colour, and just below that where you choose the thickness of the pen, either by a preset blob or by a slider. You can more finely adjust the thickness of the pen. Okay. So what I've been showing you there is the standard pen, as you can see here, quite thin. But I just want also to mention to you some of the other pens, and in particular, I'll just go a little bit further on here, the highlighter pen. And I think that's pretty easy to pick out from the icons. It's just the next one along from the standard pen. And just to emphasize the way in which this works then. So with your physical pen, with the piece of plastic you hold in your hand to write on the board, remember that can be a mouse click as well as a pen. And what you have to do is to select its function from the toolbar, the floating toolbar here. So I'll select the highlighter pen, select a colour again, so let's go with yellow, and then I can highlight important stuff. Okay. And I mean, I've used it to write there, but obviously that's not what it's really for. It is, as the name suggests, a highlighting pen. One other thing I should mention is that all of these you can also access, if you don't have the floating toolbar showing or something, through the tools menu here. There is the standard pen, there is the highlighter pen, and there is the eraser pen. So I'm just going to talk to you on my next slide about one last pen, a bit more specialist, probably more for people involved with maths and science. And this isn't on the standard toolbar, floating toolbar here, although you can add it because this floating toolbar is customizable to a certain extent. And it is the shape recognition pen. I've just looked at it and noticed it is on this toolbar actually, but I may have added that personally. And the shape recognition, as you would expect, I think, is the pen you would use, not for writing because that will be difficult, but if I am drawing a triangle, let's say, then the shape recognition pen will tidy it up. If I am drawing a circle, the shape recognition pen will tidy it up. And the last thing I want to cover here is you can, of course, not handwrite things, but type. And the type tool is the big T down in this line here. So if I select that, then click on the board or touch the board with the physical pen, as you can see, I can type whatever I want onto the page, and I now have some text. I hope that's useful. I'll continue with pens in the next video.